My name's Debbie. I work with White Pine Programs, but I'm also helping out the outdoor classroom and nature's classroom with Mrs. Wellenroy at Village. So some of you on Mondays know me, but not all of you. So hi, I want to introduce myself. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about sit spots. And sit spots are a wonderful thing to go out and enjoy nature and see what's going on and who's been by and what lives there. Currently, I'm at my sit spot. This is my sit spot at home. I like to sit here on my rock and see what's going on in the woods. And to help you all out with heading out to your sit spot, I wanted to share a story of mine that could help maybe inspire you a little bit to head out there in a good way. There was one day I went out to my sit spot and I was heading out, and it was a little bit of a hike into the woods. And instead of just running through the woods and heading into my spot, I kind of stopped at the edge of the woods, took a nice deep breath, and then tuned into my senses, my deer ears and my owl eyes. And then I fox walked into the woods. And fox walking is moving very slowly and putting your feet on substrates or the ground that won't make too much noise, not on crinkly leaves or anything. But as I slowly walked through the woods, being mindful of where I put my feet, and as I walked, I kept my head up, I kept my owl eyes out and my deer ears up for anything that I could see or hear as I went. And I heard, chickadees as they go, singing their songs and making their calls, and the regular red-breasted nuthatch going as usual. I slowly went to my sit spot and I finally sat down. Took another nice deep breath and tuned in my senses again. After a little while of sitting in my sit spot, that's when I started hearing something really weird off to the side. It was far away, but I could hear this weird rustling in the ground and the leaves and the dry leaves. I was like, what could that be? So I decided that I was just gonna sit still and just listen for it. I wasn't gonna peek, wasn't gonna look. And finally, I just kept hearing it. And finally, it started sounding like it was hitting a fence. And I heard this weird thing, the fence in the distance was going. I was like, what's by the fence? And finally, it got quiet. And all of a sudden, all I hear is this. And this creature had flown into me. And it was indeed a wild turkey. And me and the wild turkey had it eye to eye. We looked at each other. It looked at me. I sat still, and it ran off as fast as it could once it realized what had happened. So yeah, out at my sit spot, I was quiet and still enough that a wild turkey had flown into me. And if you practice your stillness and your fox walking and using your owl eyes and deer ears, you might be able to have a fun encounter like that too. But it takes a lot of practice outside and getting good with your deer ears and getting lucky. But good luck with your stillness and your fox walking, and hopefully you too can see some fun creatures. Have fun. Bye.